Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I would like to share with you the second in a series of videos that I want to share with you of how I. So the series is labelled or called How I, and it is just how I apply my makeup. So today is going to be how I apply my brows. Now you can see from you can see this is the one that I've done. This is the one that I haven't done. Now basically my brows stop here. They also are very sparse. There's hardly any shape to them, or the only thing I can really tell from this is where the arch should go down. That's and the shade, because my eyebrows are very dark. So I have put foundation over the top of them in yesterday's tutorial, but they are black, and you know that is the shade that I like to go with, dark brown, not necessarily jet black. So what I like to do is I like to start off first of all with this, and it is the, I think the name's actually gone from it, but it's the brow pencil. It's the double-ended brow, and it's new from Makeup Revolution, and of course I will list and link everything down below. It is their new one that the pencil piece here is shaped, so it makes it really easy to work with, and then the other end is a spoolie. So what I like to do first of all, and I didn't do this on the last video, before I do my brows I like to set my makeup. So I use the Makeup Revolution Ultra Pro HD Powder Contour, and I use the banana powder from this palette. You can see I use this every single day. I love it. And then what I do is I just set the under eye. So I just set all of the eye area. And this does last all day. It works absolutely amazingly. And I do find that the shinier the under eye, if you have got some issues with, you know, any under eye issues, I think that if the under eye is not set or it's less shiny, then I think that's even more, it highlights that area even more. So I just do pat down the side of the nose, because I do have quite an oily T-zone, and I just do the forehead there. So basically that's that. Now, like I say, I'm moving on to the brows. So I start off with this pencil, the eyebrow pencil from Makeup Revolution, and what I want to do is I want to duplicate what I've done over here. Now I don't always duplicate everything. My brows, it's very difficult for me to get the brow exactly how I want and to duplicate it, so I try and make it look like this brow, as much like this brow as I can. So first of all I want to start at the same point, because another thing with my brows is that, and this is what happens when you overpluck as a teenager, or you know when you're younger, you overpluck, and this is, like I say, all I'm left with. So what I want to do is to start the brow off a little bit lower, so it's just underneath, and then I just go up and really do a line from that up to where that arch would be. So that would be the first line, and then you want to go round like that, and obviously try and keep it as much like this brow as you can. Then what I do is I then start at this point here. So you don't want to start here, which would be exactly the same line. I like to start the line here and then just go all the way around and then down. Whoops. Don't worry if you make any mistakes at all. In fact, I'm glad I did that because I'll show you how I clean that up as well. And then I just go down and then join that up at that point. Then I swap, so I'm not going to use this anymore. I swap to the Makeup Revolution Brow Pomade. Now, the reason I like this so much is because it lasts. Once it comes in a pot like this, and mine is an incredible mess because I use it every day, but this sets. So it's not going to move, and that's what I like about it. It also comes with a brush as well, which I use with this. And what I'm going to do now is just pop the brush into the product, and then I'm going to just fill in, but I'm not going to go right to the front here. I'm going to go from that point here. So that part there. So I'm just going to, and you need quite a bit of this product on the brush for it to glide onto the brow or onto the skin in my case. So you just fill that in. Don't worry about any mistakes that you make. Don't even worry if you go below that line that you've already made, because you can clean that all up. So I just keep filling that in. Like that. So I'm just going to put the lid back on that. I am a little bit aware of the fact that this could dry up, so I always pop the lid on as soon as I finish with that. Now what I'm going to do is get my concealer brush that I used yesterday, the same concealer brush that I put my concealer under my eye on with, and I'm now going to, where's my foundation? Oh, here it is. I'm just going to add a little bit of foundation. You can use whatever concealer you like. I like to use foundation so that it looks the same on my skin as my foundation, obviously, and I also like the way that my foundation sets. So what I'm going to do is I've added a little bit of that foundation to that brush, and then I'm going to just sweep that underneath and tidy that up. And again, I'm going to do that on the top, and this is why it's so important, I think, for me to use the foundation, because if I used a concealer up here and then started buffing away with a brush to try and you know, blend that in, I might then touch my brow. You know, I put in quite a lot of work to get my brows to look exactly how I want them, so I don't want to obviously, you know, mess it up afterwards. So then I just go over the brush, over the brow with the brush. Just go round that. And I do like mine to come to a nice point. Now, to make sure that I know where my brow should end, I use this brush, this end, and then I measure it so the nose to the edge of the eye, and that then tells me that I need to take some of this brow off. And then I'll just go back in and then sharpen that up again. To create that point that I want at the edge. So that's all of the brow concealed and then if you want to blend it in, just very gently just go round that edge, and then very carefully I get my brush, and because it's the same foundation I don't have to touch the brow. So that's basically all nicely concealed and blended, and you know how I like it. I'm just going to go around the edge with a little bit more product just to sharpen it up just slightly. Like that. So that's that part of the brow done. And then I'm moving on to, and this is a brand new product for me, it is the Freedom Makeup London, the Duo Brow Powder. And I've got mine again in dark brown, the same as the brow pomade. And this looks like this. These are, I believe, £3 regular price, but I picked mine up in the sale for £2, so it looks like that. It's brand new to me. Now usually what I would do is I would probably clean this brush off a little bit of product and then use it to go in there, but I like the fact that this brow powder will then give me that gradient look, because what I don't want to do is to do a black brow, right, or deep brown brow all the way up to that point. So you can see there's still a line there. So I've now moved on to my Unicorn's Dream brow brush, and I'm going in with the deepest shade here, this one here, darkest, and I'm just going to get a little bit of product on that brush. You hardly need to get any on there, and then you just use the brush this way up, so it's vertical basically. The I hope you can see that, it's like that, then you just turn it like that, so the point is upwards, and then I'm just going to carefully go all the way along that until it's parallel to that line that we created at the beginning. And it's better, like I always say, it's easier to add a little bit more rather than, you know, putting lots and lots on and you can't take it away. So just keep adding until you are then happy with that look. So that is a little bit dark. So that's now how my brow looks. And then what I'm going to do is get my foundation brush, and I'm just going to go over the edge of the brow. What I don't want to do is for it to be too harsh. I want a nice gradient look. So I just usually pat that to take away the product. Until you're happy with how that looks. Now just going back into that unicorn I'm just going back in with my original brush from Makeup Revolution until I'm happy that it looks natural and basically how I like it to look. I always like it to look lighter at the beginning and you know, have this gradient effect so it looks more natural, and I think really it's a lesson that not to overpluck your eyebrows. And then basically that is it, I think. I'm just not happy with that edge. I'm quite a perfectionist, especially with my brows, so I do really like them to look absolutely perfect. But that is my brows done. So they're exactly how I would like them. I can make them thicker if I want to. I can make them thinner. It just depends on how I feel on that particular day. So like I say, if you need a starting point as well, if you, like me, don't have a brow, I'm just going to explain where you can start it off. So if you put your brush there onto the inner corner of your eye, so it's on the edge of your nose to the inner corner, that then should match, which it does. Then if you want to know where your arch is, and you don't have a little bit of brow like me, perhaps you're very fair, or you just don't have any brows, then what you do is you look straight ahead, and it's where you're still on the edge of your nose, but where the brush crosses over to your eye, the middle part of the coloured part of your eye when you're looking straight ahead. So it's like that. That gives you the arch point. And then, like I shared with you, you rest it on the edge of your nose and the outer corner, and that will give you the end point of where that tail should then finish. Like that. So I hope that helps, and it shares with you exactly how I create my brows. If you haven't got any brows, or you are a first-time user of brow products, like I say, I use a combination of, I'm now using 3 products. I was using just this, the brow pomade, but it was a little bit heavy for the outer edge of the eye, and that's why I'm now using 3 products. But to be honest, if that gives me the look that I want and makes me feel confident enough, you know, to walk about outside with confidence that my brows look nice, because to be honest, my brows, I would never ever go outside with my brow as it is, and it has taken me a long while, as you know if you're a regular viewer, to actually share with you my brow routine, because I'm not confident in with my brows as they are normally. So it has taken me a while, but I hope that that's answered any questions about how I apply my brows, what I use on my brows, and things like that. So obviously do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that, found that helpful, or you just want to support me, and do subscribe to watch further videos. The next video will be about my cheek products and how I use them, and of course there will be new products as well. But thank you so much for watching. Until next time, thank you. Bye.